I'm kind of used to the board's 2-minute policy. I don't know if I can fill up 5 minutes.
Patty, would you please identify yourself?
I'm Patty Nicoson. I'm president of the Dallas-Corridor Rail Association. I'm also a member of the chamber and serve on the Loudoun County's EDC's TIC committee. And we also have a Rail to Loudoun campaign going, and the Loudoun Rail Now campaign going, which we'll be hearing more about. But we view Rail to Loudoun as an investment in Loudoun, an investment in Loudoun's future. It's going to change the vision of Loudoun. It's going to make it a world-class community, a 1-seat ride to Dulles Airport and the national capital, a 2-seat ride to any place in the world. It fulfills the Loudoun vision of a world-class community. It attracts major businesses and corporations. It will attract, with the transit-oriented development, the small businesses that are really the future of the growth of employment in Loudoun County. The lesson report does point out that they like that mixed-use kind of environment, multi-tenant with retail and restaurants. Residents also will benefit from the ability to commute stress-free and to have access to the region's many cultural, educational, and recreational opportunities. This will change the paradigm for Loudoun County. Loudoun County planned more than 20 years ago for rail, began, and prudently in the last 4 years set aside money in the capital improvement program to fund the capital costs of rail. If you include this year's submission, there will be $200 million set aside for a total cost of $315 million as Loudoun's 4.8% share. And there are property owners who are working diligently with the county now to try and create public-private partnerships for the garages that will be located in Loudoun County, and thus the cost could be reduced even further to more in the order of $260 million. So you could say that the capital cost is a bargain to be connected to a 120-mile system that is costing in value now probably closer to $15 million. So we can view it as a bargain for Loudoun County. But Loudoun County is not the only one investing. There have been billions invested by private businesses who have come here for the promise of rail. Businesses and organizations like Howard Hughes Medical Institute, George Washington University, AOL, Verizon. They've made major decisions based on the premise that rail is going to come to Loudoun County. And it's not just businesses. It's also people who have developed the communities in Loudoun. There are 7, 8, 9 planned communities in Loudoun, most of which have been populated in the last decade. These developers also came here and planned with the promise of rail. I was at a meeting in Brambleton this past week. The town center, I walk into the marketing office, and there is a big map of showing rail and its extension out into Loudoun County. And now on their brochures, they talk about the Silver Line coming. So come live in Brambleton and you'll have access to the Silver Line. So that was very interesting. I think a lot of the residents, the hundreds of thousands of residents that have moved here, are counting on having rail for their families and their future. Now there are still issues to resolve, undoubtedly. There are concerns with the airport's authority, and I have been following them closely over the last year or so, and they have a new CEO, a very able person who's now come to your board. They have new board members, and they really are trying to make an effort to reach out to the project stakeholders. They're doing a toll study. It's been referred to. I was there at the presentation. They made it clear that they have not, this was a baseline study, and that they're going to be considering other alternatives, including sources of other funding and the ability to use TIFIA to see what kind of an impact these kinds of things can have on how you structure the increases in tolls. And they're also going to work with their financial advisors on when the cash flow is going to be needed. So this is not a decision that's going to be made soon. It's going to be something they're going to study over the next few months and come back to the stakeholders probably later in the fall. And I've heard Metro bashing here, and I want to say too that Metro, our Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority,
Patty, 1 minute, please. Thank you.
Also taken on an effort to improve its governance and has a new CEO and also a general manager, and it also has a number of new board members who are very serious about their mission and moving moving Metro forward. They've invested billions to improve the safety and reliability of the system. You have supported rail in the past with some resolutions. You're the business community. You know how important it is to Loudoun's future. And I urge you to support the resolution and ride rail to Loudoun's future. Thank you.